everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck. I am your host, and before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and if you like the episode, well, hit that like button too. Give us a big thumbs up, and I'm going to thank y'all in advance. But on this episode, we're going to be tasting and reviewing a beer from Sierra Nevada Brewing, and I'm grabbing the bottle because this is a big one of theirs. This is their HOPTIMUM. This is the HOPTIMUM baby, and apparently this is the 2022 appearance of this guy, the HOPTIMUM. So, big beer here. This beer is a triple IPA. This beer clocks in at a very HOPTIMUM 11% ABV, and it's also got a pretty HOPTIMUM IBU as well of 75. And it's made with 4 different types of hops, 2 of which are new on this show. The first being BRU1 or Brew-1. The second, Patu, and then the third and fourth are Amarillo, and last but not least, one of our favorites, Simcoe. But big beer here, so let's have some fun, and let's crack the top on this bad boy, and let's see what the beast is going to unleash on the HOPTIMUM. Here we go. Boom, boom. 1, 2. Oh, that might help if I use the right side. Oh, we got some smoke coming out of that. Oh, yeah, Daddy-o. We got smoke. We have smoke. It's still smoking as I'm pouring. Smoking and pouring. I guess that's possible. Smoking and pouring. That should be a good enough pour. There we go. Ooh, and look at that color. That is a darker shade of orange. Very dark. Not a very dark, but a darker shade of orange. I'll just say that. And we got just under half finger veil of slightly off-white carbonation. Has a slightly orange hint to it. Orange hue. But here we go. The HOPTIMUM. Let's give this a swirl and let's give this a nose. Well, here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's a lot going on here. What do we got? Well, we have some dankness. We have some mustiness. There are some aromas of some onion, some citrus, there is some orange going on, some slight orange, some slight pineapple, and some grassy notes. So a lot going on here, a lot going on. Now, I'm going to say this before I take a sip. The aromas are a little thin. There's a lot going on, but they are thin. But let me take a sip and let me see what we got going on in the palate. Here we go. PROST. Oh my. Holy moly. Okay, I gotta say this. This beer is needle buried and then some. Full bodied. I mean, this beer is super full bodied. I mean, I have drank some dense beers in my time, in my drinking career. But you know what? This has to be one of the densest and thickest beers I've ever drank, if not on the top of the list. I mean, this is chewable. This is literally almost chewable. Wow, is this full-bodied? And flavor-wise, there's a lot going on. What do we got? I mean, well, it's kind of following the aromas a little bit. We got some dankness. We got some mustiness. We also have, there's a little bit of flavors of rubber. There is some slight cherry. I mean, it's crazy how thick this is. There is a slight honey sweetness, some slight orange, and it's also rounded out, once again, like the aromas with those grassy notes. Now, at 11%, I gotta say, number one, zero boozy alcoholic taste. Zero. I mean, it's just not there. However, there's a lot going on in here, but I hate to say this, but this beer's got some issues. First and foremost, the balance is definitely off on the aromas and the palate. And the reason I think that the balance is off, I mean, even as big as this is, even the flavors are coming out really thin. And I think this, and I could be wrong, but my deduction is This beer is so syrupy and so thick. It's almost like it's very unbalanced between the thickness and the carbonation. They're battling each other. And it's a little disheveled because it's so thick that I think the carbonation is having a hard time helping bring these flavors and these aromas to the surface. It's almost like they're stuck and they're encapsulated in this glass, in this liquid, and these flavors and aromas cannot escape. And they're all kind of just mushed and gunked together. Which is unfortunate because, like I said, there's a lot going on, but it's almost giving like a flashcard approach to these flavors and aromas, as opposed to letting them get out and escape and experiment and taste those. And it's, yeah, like I said, it just escape and you can get all fun stuff on your taste buds. I mean, they're really like just stuck. They're stuck. They're in suspense here. They're stuck and they can't escape because the beer is so bloody thick. I mean, it is a thick, heavy beer. And I'm going to take one more sip too. Now, what would I give this on the pint-o-meter? I mean, it's not a bad beer. It really isn't. It's just, I don't think this beer has to be this heavy. It doesn't have to be this thick. And I said, if it was, I mean, it could be a full-bodied beer, but if it was dialed back on the mouthfeel a little bit, the carbonation would be able to mix in with it a little better, and I think those flavors and aromas would come out. So what am I going to give this? I mean, I'm going to give this a 6 on the pint-o-meter. I think it's got a direction. It's got a good direction. It's just bogged down by the thickness of it, which, like I said, is unfortunate. But I'm going to stick with that number. Yeah, but it's not a bad beer, and I do recommend everyone go out and get a 6-pack because, and see what they think. And if, leave a comment down below and give me your thoughts. But I'm sticking with that. And on that note, I'm taking one more quick sip. Boom, boom. And I'm going to thank everyone for tuning in to this episode. And as always, you can follow me at the websites, which are www.pubshaveapinted.com, just like the books, or at the blog, which is www.pubshaveapinted.blogspot.com. And on that note, we will see you on the next episode. So as always, raise that pint. Cheers. Prost. And enjoy.